Jill looked white as a sheet. The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Not all of the nobles made it out alive. Kupka and his men had their fun.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts? Come again. I may have more for you.
Otto, is now a good time?
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
Oh, she's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and our other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet, but it's only a matter of time.
All right. Let me know when you find something.
There he is. All right, Clive. Still busy saving the world.
Mid. When did you get back?
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned. Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvass in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right, you win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her. While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on. Breath of fresh air. Bloody tempest, more like.
Oi, Otto, you got my gill?
Huh? What are you on about?
My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying.
That little...
The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest? From what I heard, you earned it.
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn. That was his dream for me. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. I know that I can help.
Well. Is sick all right?
I knew you'd say yeah, which is why I wrote up a list.
For me?
Who else? First things first, I need a quick. There's the design to the stuff. The other materials I can work myself, apart from the wood.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let...
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Was wondering, it's
Just now. Here's the list. Think you can find every...
this lot.
Excellent.
It's paid. If it weren't for...
Indeed it would.
I'll send this...
Thank you. Blackthorn.
Was it?
I have a committee required.
Bloody hell.
My thanks. That just leaves the carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
It's all right. Sid has nothing to fear from Kupka. Do with a good oil in this.
Should be enough to... How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. So now...
Well, I... It don't happen, you know.
That's right. I'll ask him.
Ah, Clive.
Home.
I don't mind if he don't.
Thank you, Martha.
He went up to Cressida on as far as I know.
I'll look from there then.
Stay sharp.
She had a man of Grieger.
Faster!
You do, Bernard.
Oh. And I
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. And but but you're a dab hand when it comes.
It's the least I can. That should do it.
Thank you, son. Now my...
How long is it since the...
Oh, people started packing their things after the Duchy fell. Must be nigh on a decade. Oh, it may as well have been a century.
I'm sorry.
Soon I'll meet...
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
All right, Clive?
I am.
That's brilliant.
Is there?
Nope, so soon.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest, Sid?
Clive.
Talia. How's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh,
The shelves. Oh, that's right. You must have found something.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
do you have a moment, Sid?
Which team?
Coles. They were moving the curse, but they should be. I can't help.
They know the work.
But what if before they go out? But
I'll go on.
Thank you. The plan.
That should be enough to...
Jill looked white as a sheet when we brought her.
Clive, where have you... I've been wanting to ask... Where did you get him? Like, in the first place?
My father. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and...
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. I need you to introduce...
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. But I promise I'll pay you back. Just you wait.
Then I look forward to... Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
I think I'll wait till mid's away to take a tour of her dungeon.
How goes the hunt?
Largely. We have myriad. If only we knew.
Well, if anyone can piece...
What?
Word that...
Do you know, Clive?
You have nothing to...
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The little
They said they'd give us new clothes.
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kopko withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned, and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop.
Otto.
You're not going...
Don't worry, I won't risk any more.
The Lanza and the Fat. You have any trouble on the way?
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. We've heard nothing.
Thanks.
So...
Don't look so worried.
Thanks.
Gav.
You can count.
All right, Uncle.
We shan't